Good evening. Toronto police are searching for 4 suspects after 2 people were gunned down in Riverdale.
It happened just after 11 last night near Withrow Park. CTV's Janice Golding is live tonight at the scene with the latest on this hunt for a suspect. Janice.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, Toronto police are investigating the city's latest homicides. 2 young males shot to death right across from Withrow Park in Riverdale. A bullet hole pierces the windshield of one vehicle. Right behind it, an SUV's passenger window completely blown out.
So it was like 7 pop, 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 pop.
It sounded like a semi-automatic gun. It was 7 shots in a row. Do-do-do-do-do.
A lattice work of police tape crisscrossing through the Bain Co-op apartment complex, blocking off the murder scene.
I came downstairs, opened the back door, and then heard someone screaming for help.
It was around 11:15 p.m. when Co-op residents say they heard the gunfire.
Out my window, and I did see someone running, like hiding behind a car and then running.
And when they ran out to help, they'd find 2 victims.
Looked like one was here and one was here.
One young male was on the sidewalk struggling to breathe.
He said, "I'm gonna die." That's what he said. And of course, we're like, "No, you're not gonna die. You're gonna be okay." And we all kind of thought that he would be okay, that he would make it.
People were asking him if he knew who the shooters were, and he just said, "I don't know. I don't know." I think he was, I think he was afraid he was going to die. I think he knew he was going to die.
Another young male, who would be pronounced dead at the scene, sat unmoving in the passenger seat of a nearby vehicle.
He was slumped over, facing the like with his face down, towards the driver's side.
That SUV today riddled with bullet holes, at least 7 piercing the passenger side door.
Yeah, I was outside about 15, 20 minutes before this happened. I was just glad that I was inside when it happened, because people are shooting each other in the streets. There can be stray bullets.
I think the residents of this area and the residents of the City of Toronto are right to be concerned about gun violence. But the Toronto Police Service are doing everything that we can do to address that. We do have an increased police presence here, but you're right, it is very troubling.
A troubling incident that some residents say is causing them anxiety.
It was quite upsetting and traumatizing.
Police are now hunting for 2 suspects. 2 males were last seen fleeing toward Withrow Park on foot. They are described as being between 5'5" and 5'8" inches tall, and were last seen wearing dark clothing. And of course, anyone who may have witnessed anything or shot any video on surveillance camera or dash cam video is asked to contact the homicide unit. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Nathan.
Thank you, Janice. One person is dead, another in hospital after a car drove into a bus shelter in Pickering this afternoon. Durham Regional Police say it happened around 2:30 near Kingston and Brock Road. A car traveling westbound on Kingston Road lost control and hit 2 people standing at the bus shelter. Police say one of those people, a woman, died en route to the hospital. The other victim, a 26-year-old man, suffered serious injuries as in a Toronto trauma center. The driver of the car remained on scene. Now, police say they are cooperating with the investigation. Toronto police have provided an update on a hit and run on the campus of Toronto Metropolitan University that injured 4 and sent 2 to hospital.
Investigators say they're looking for a 23-year-old man who they allege was behind the wheel of what they believe was a targeted attack. CTV's Allison Hurst has more.
This is 23-year-old Ryan Petroff, the man Toronto police want to find.
We believe this individual is dangerous, and we are urging the public not to approach him.
Investigators allege he intentionally drove this green 4-door Honda with stolen license plates DEDZ565 onto TMU pedestrian walkway Nelson Mandela Walk to hit someone, and 3 others were also hurt in the process.
To protect the identity of the victim, we are not commenting on the nature of the relationship between the suspect and the targeted individual.
It happened yesterday at about 2 in the afternoon.
I was studying in this building, but suddenly I heard a sound like boom.
Of the 4 people hurt, 2 were taken to hospital with serious injuries, while the other 2, including the intended victim, did not seek medical attention.
That was crazy because of the, like there's a lot of people, like students here.
Like every other week there's somebody here with an axe, a knife. It's like, oh wow, it's another incident. This time it was a car, though.
Everyone's usually walking like headphones in, like just kind of trying to get where they're going, not really thinking about a car like running into you and all that.
A statement from the school says, in part, for immediate safety, planters have been placed at the main entrances to Nelson Mandela Walk, and barriers have always been in place at Victoria and Bond Streets.
We will continue to work with our partners at TMU to look at strategies that we can use to advance safety at that location.
Toronto police say Petrov is wanted for 2 counts of dangerous operation of a vehicle, assault with a weapon, possession of property obtained by crime, 2 counts of fail to comply with probation, fail to remain at the scene, and driving while under suspension. They're asking anyone with information on Petrov or who saw this car to contact them. Allison Hurst, CTV News.
Still to come, the New York Times publishes an investigation into Ontario's plans to redevelop Ontario Place. Tonight, reaction from the Premier and the company planning to build a luxury spa on the site. But first, a live look outside this hour where we are anticipating clouds to clear out tonight, making way for a long overdue sunny, mild spring day tomorrow. Did you grab a warmer coat today? Boy, was it brisk. And the wind sure didn't help. Jessica Smith is here with a look at the current conditions. Not warm yet, but it will get warmer.
We're getting there, but it was noticeably cooler today. That breezy northwesterly wind adding its chill to the air, making it hard to believe we're very much into the spring season. But that will change as we head into the day tomorrow. A few light clouds out there, but that will continue to push out as high pressure returns and clears things out. Temperature-wise, it's still quite mild through Windsor. They're at 11 everywhere else, kind of holding on between about 3 and 7 degrees for the most part. So it is still comfortable, but it is noticeably cool. As we make our way in towards the rest of our evening, it is going to get a little bit chillier. We're dipping below seasonal for our low tonight at 0. Right now, though, we're sitting comfortably at 6 through the islands, 5 through Pearson. Those really breezy westerly winds do get lighter and things get significantly nicer into the day tomorrow. Coming up, I'll have a full look at your long-range forecast. Right now, it's back to Michelle and Nathan.
Thanks, Jess. At Queen's Park today, Premier Doug Ford announced a series of steps aimed at breaking down trade barriers between the provinces.
From alcohol sales to better access to specialized employment, the Premier says the moves are needed to help deal with the effects of U.S. tariffs. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris is live tonight to explain how this could work. Siobhan.
Well, a lot of those details still need to be hammered out. There's consultations to come, but it does seem that there is political will now to move some of the obstacles that Doug Ford says have been in place for far too long.
First with Nova Scotia, then with New Brunswick. Ontario has signed memorandums of understanding with the 2 Atlantic provinces to free up the flow of goods and people, a response to the challenge of U.S. tariffs.
Here's an opportunity that will bring prosperity and growth.
Ontario has also tabled legislation to that effect.
Ontario automatically allows goods and services from another province to be sold right here in Ontario,
so long as that province or territory treats Ontario the same. That includes allowing people to buy booze from another province directly, though a sales model still has to be worked out and there's no timeline.
I know there's some fantastic wines from Niagara that the folks in New Brunswick would love to have.
There's a move to immediately recognize credentials to allow people to get to work right away. Everyone from electricians to truck drivers to dental hygienists. And Doug Ford wants to get doctors and nurses from the United States on the front lines of the province's healthcare system.
people who are fed up with how President Trump is governing to come and work here in Ontario.
He says it's time to eliminate unnecessary barriers.
First aid kit might be different in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. I think there was another one with tire pressure or tires on transport trucks. We need to standardize it.
The opposition wants to make sure cutting red tape doesn't come at the price of safety.
We are looking to raise the bar, protect those standards, not have a race to the bottom.
Despite an agreement with the Prime Minister to tear down interprovincial trade barriers by Canada Day, only Ontario, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PEI have moved so far.
I think it's going to require momentum that will eventually pull others into the equation.
Ford says he's had good discussions with the premiers of Manitoba and Saskatchewan, and he hopes other premiers will get on board.
If not, the train is going to leave the station and your citizens are going to lose out.
Now, also today, the Premier announced a $50 million fund to help businesses serve more customers right across the country. Reporting live from Queen's Park, I'm Siobhan Morris. Nathan, back to you.
Thank you, Siobhan. It's been a controversy here at home for months, but now the deal to redevelop Ontario Place is now making international headlines.
It's all because of a New York Times investigation of that deal and the company that has signed a 95-year lease with the province. CTV's Sean Lathong joins us live tonight with more. Sean.
Michelle and Nathan, Therma Spa had signed that 95-year lease with the province for that area of Ontario Place. Now, after this New York Times investigation, it appears there are two companies, and the New York Times investigation is saying that one of those companies may have been misrepresenting themselves.
The West Island at Ontario Place is bare, a spa expected to be built. But now a question. Was the 95-year deal that the province gave to Therma Spa based on inaccurate information? According to the New York Times, it is. In a story published today, the New York Times investigation found that Therma falsely presented itself as an industry player that operated as many as half a dozen spas in Europe. In fact, it had built and operated just one outside Bucharest, Romania. And as it pitched its vision for Toronto, Therma's finances appeared to be shaky. Auditors found that it was losing money and had less than €1 million or $1.1 million in equity. During its initial bid, Therma had said there are 6 spas globally. According to the company, they were only referring to the concept.
So Therma never misrepresented ourselves. We have a long-standing relationship with the developers of the projects in Germany. It's actually a long collaboration and such a close collaboration that we've just purchased their flagship location outside of Munich.
According to the New York Times, in 2023, the company doubled down. Therma Group currently operates 4 large-scale facilities in Germany and Romania, it told the Ontario authorities. In fact, the only spa Therma had ever operated was in Romania. The article goes on to say that Therma has since secured bids in other cities like Manchester, England, Washington, D.C., and Dubai, based on the Toronto deal. And there's a question whether they have the capital to deliver. Premier Ford saying,
I just want to double and triple check the contract and make sure, anything that was said in the story from the Times, we'll look into it and make sure everything passes a smell test.
While the opposition are calling this a bad deal that needs to end.
This government, doesn't seem to be any rationalization for signing a 95-year lease with a company that perhaps may have misrepresented their holdings and was given $2.2 billion of taxpayers' hard-earned money.
Making a deal with a company, a foreign company, a spa company that nobody asked for, a 95-year deal that's going to cost Ontarians hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion. I think it's better to get this over with now and cancel the deal. And we've been saying that since day one.
So the group, Ontario Place for All, is holding a meeting tonight starting at 7 o'clock at Erskine United Church behind me, where they were planning on having several speakers to strategize about what to do next. Obviously, this investigation has changed that. Reporting live, I'm Sean Lathong. Nathan, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Sean. The next phase of work on the Gardiner Expressway has begun. The westbound Gardiner has been reduced from 4 lanes to 3 from Park Lawn Road to Grand Avenue. The lane reduction will be in place until May of next year. The eastbound lanes will be narrowed but not closed until November of 2026. The city says the reductions will allow for critical repair work on 5 bridges. The city also says the eastbound Gardiner ramp to Lakeshore Boulevard will be closed from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow.
And proceedings are now underway in the charter challenge of the province's bike lane policies. A group of cyclists filed the case after the Ford government said it would remove protected lanes on Yonge, Bloor and University. In court today, lawyers for the cycling advocates argued doing so would violate the constitutional right to life and wouldn't reduce congestion. Lawyers for the government rejected those claims. Meanwhile, the province and city say they're still trying to find a compromise to keep bike lanes in place while returning some space to motor vehicles. And speaking of vehicles, if you drive one in Toronto, you're going to want to watch your speed.
The city has doubled the number of speed cameras out there on the roads. And as CTV's Mike Walker reports, the efforts to slow down drivers is also fueling tens of millions of dollars in revenue.
Drivers are known to have a heavy foot along this stretch of O'Connor Drive.
A lot of people are flying by whenever they're switching lanes. People are not very careful just because they're trying to get on the Don Valley Parkway too.
Now there is a new eye on the road catching drivers who exceed the posted 40 kilometers per hour speed limit.
And when I'm driving with people in cars, they always know when they're coming up.
and they slow down. No, they should be going slow anyway.
It's one of 75 new automated speed enforcement cameras installed across the city, bringing the total to 150.
So we identify the locations by looking at vehicle speeds and collision histories citywide, and we targeted the places with the most problematic vehicle speeds that provide the greatest safety benefit across the city.
The mayor says the cameras are an effective tool to combat speeding and improve road safety, especially in community safety zones, citing a recent study by researchers at Sick Kids and Toronto Metropolitan University.
The percentage of drivers going over the speed limit decreased by 80%.
Since the cameras were first rolled out in 2020, there has been a slew of vandalism. This one on Parkside Drive has been repeatedly targeted, costing thousands of dollars in repairs, prompting the city and its vendors to take preventative measures at permanent locations.
And putting these cameras up on poles does help deter vandalism.
The cameras have resulted in hundreds of thousands of speeding tickets being issued, and last year generated $40 million in revenue.
It actually is good for calming down the traffic, but also they need more money, and it's a simple way to tax.
Especially around the parks and stuff, you know, keep the speeds down. But I do notice that sometimes they put them in a clever little spot that is clearly a cash grab.
But officials insist this is not a cash grab.
It's not about revenue, it's about keeping people safe, making sure our drivers obey the law.
The city plans to make 25 of these cameras permanent. The remainder will be rotated at locations across the city. Mike Walker, CTV News.
Now to the federal election campaign. Here is a live look from Montreal this hour, where party leaders are facing off in the French language debate. But as they outline their visions for the country, there's one fewer podium on the stage than previously planned. The Debates Commission today rescinded its invitation to Green Party co-leader Jonathan Pedneau, saying the party no longer qualified.
Their last-minute decision to exclude the Green Party of Canada from the leaders' debate is not only unjust and baseless, because we met the criteria, it is undemocratic.
The commission said the Greens were included in part because of the number of candidates they were set to nominate, but the final figure fell below a key threshold. Pollsters say a lot is at stake in tonight's French language debate.
What we're looking at as a situation for Mark Carney is he has to make sure that he doesn't make a big blunder on this, and it's going to be a real pressure cooker for him, because if the Liberal numbers in Quebec unravel, it's hard for the Liberals to win an election if they don't do well in the province of Quebec. And, you know, for Pierre Poilievre, whether he picks up support from the Liberals or whether those votes go to the Bloc, anything that moves away from the Liberals is good news for Pierre Poilievre, because it either splits the vote with another party or the Conservatives are able to pick up some support in the province of Quebec.
And a reminder, you can tune in tomorrow night for the English language leaders debate. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock on CTV News Channel and at ctvnews.ca. The Bank of Canada held its key interest rate steady today in the face of ongoing economic uncertainty.
CTV's Scott Hurst has the details on the central bank's decision and what economists say it means for Canadians' finances in the run-up to the federal election.
Good morning, everyone. Buckle up. The Bank of Canada is preparing for a bumpy ride.
A lot has happened since our March decision 5 weeks ago.
As the White House continues to drive global market turmoil, the Donald Trump trade war is causing Canada's central bank to pump the brakes on interest rate cuts, halting a streak of 7 straight reductions.
The path for U.S. trade policy remains highly unpredictable.
And that unpredictability has the Bank of Canada holding its benchmark interest rate at 2.75%. But even now, we're already seeing Canada's economy take a hit as tariffs and uncertainty pull down consumer confidence and weaken business spending in the first quarter.
How do you predict the future when you have no idea in the chaos of a trade war?
Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem is highlighting 2 scenarios that could play out. One possibility is that most of the tariffs are negotiated away and don't cause long-term harm to the overall economy. But the second possibility is much more dire. It would see the Canadian economy suffer severe consequences from a long-lasting global trade war.
The dramatic protectionist shift in U.S. trade policy and the chaotic delivery have increased uncertainty, roiled financial markets, diminished global growth prospects, and increased inflation expectations.
The Bank of Canada says it is committed to keeping inflation under control, even in the chaos, but all the economic uncertainty has consumers caught in the middle.
It certainly means that if you're renewing a mortgage, if you're trying to get a car loan or something like that, that's not going to become cheaper. If you've got a variable rate mortgage, it's not going to become cheaper.
The next interest rate announcement from the Bank of Canada is on June 4th, more than 5 weeks after the federal election, meaning whichever party wins, they'll have more than a month to tackle Trump's tariffs before the central bank's next decision. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
McGill University has obtained a 10-day court order against a pro-Palestinian student group forbidding protests on campus. A Quebec Superior Court judge granted the injunction against Students for Palestinian Honor and Resistance. McGill sought the court order after a student strike this month led to clashes, blockades, and vandalism on the downtown campus. The protest forced the university to cancel classes, and the school sought the injunction for part of the final exam period. McGill University President Deep Saini said the court found the school has a clear right to protect its property and conduct activities without obstruction.
New U.S. Customs figures have confirmed a major slowdown in border crossings from Canada. Last month, nearly 3.2 million people arrived at land ports of entry from Canada into the United States. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says that marks a drop of more than 900,000 when compared to crossings in March of 2024. Passenger vehicle and pedestrian crossings were down 26%, although the number of trucks crossing the border crept up 6% in that time. Stats Canada showed a similar slowing in land and air travel to the U.S. in March, citing trade tensions and the exchange rate. And as tariffs take a bite out of the economy on both sides of the border, the Trump administration is set to face a court battle over its trade policies. California Governor Gavin Newsom says his state has filed a lawsuit challenging the president's authority to impose tariffs on other countries, including Canada. It argues Trump overstepped the powers granted to him by Congress and unreasonably declared a state of emergency to justify the measures. A White House spokesperson rejected the lawsuit's claims.
Also today, a U.S. federal judge upped the ante on a growing standoff with the Trump administration on migrant deportations. The U.S. district judge said he's found probable cause to hold the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court. He warned he could seek to prosecute officials for violating his orders last month to turn around planes carrying deportees to an El Salvador prison. The Trump administration says it will appeal and it will not facilitate the return of a migrant who officials admit was sent to El Salvador by accident.
There was no situation ever where he was going to stay in this country. None. He would have come back, had one extra step of paperwork, and gone back again. But he's from El Salvador, he's in El Salvador, and that's where the president plans on keeping him.
The Trump administration has accused Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was living in Maryland, of being a criminal gang member. He was never charged with a crime and denies the allegations. El Salvador's president has said he has no intention of freeing Garcia now that he's been sent back. Meanwhile, the Associated Press has asked a U.S. federal judge to enforce a court order that would give it access to White House events once again. The Trump administration banned the wire service after it opted not to follow an executive order declaring the Gulf of Mexico should now be called the Gulf of America. The Trump administration last night said it will no longer guarantee a spot at events for any wire service. The makeup of the press pool was previously decided by the independent White House Correspondents Association, but the Trump administration has taken direct control of which organizations are given access.
Although he's mostly kept away from the public eye since leaving office, former U.S. President Joe Biden called out Donald Trump last night, saying he's taken a hatchet to services Americans need.
Fewer than 100 days, this new administration has done so much damage and so much destruction. It's kind of breathtaking it could happen that soon.
Biden specifically addressed cuts to the Social Security Administration carried out by the Elon Musk-run Department of Government Efficiency. Democrats have signaled they plan to make the matter an issue on the campaign trail in next year's midterms.
Time magazine has announced its list of the year's 100 most influential people. The magazine revealing who made the list, along with covers highlighting several of the familiar faces honored. They include Golden Globe winner Demi Moore, music icon Snoop Dogg, Tennis star Serena Williams, pop star Ed Sheeran there, and Google DeepMind co-founder Demis Hassabis. The compilation features personalities from across the worlds of entertainment, politics, sports, business, and other sectors who Time deems as key to events shaping the world in 2025. Coming up on CTV News, it's the talk of an Etobicoke school. Kids clamoring to take a gander at a very special visitor, offering an unexpected lesson in the wonders of nature.
And I'm Pat Foran. Coming up on Consumer Alert, an old scam is making the rounds again. Police are warning distraction thefts are on the rise. Criminals may try to invade your personal space and then try to steal your purse, wallet, or expensive jewelry. All of that story, that's just ahead.
And it's been a cool and windy day, but the good news is if you're heading out for a walk tonight, we lose some of that wind out there, although you'll probably still need a jacket. Coming up, I'll have a full clear long-range forecast, and we'll talk about the return of sunshine and seasonal temperatures. And stay with us. We have another full night of great shows for you right here on CTV.
It's a crime that's been around a long time, but police are once again warning to be on the lookout for distraction-style thefts.
Thieves are usually targeting seniors and trying to steal purses, wallets, and expensive jewelry. Pat Foran has our story on Consumer Alert. Pat.
Thanks, Nathan and Michelle. Well, criminals are working alone or in pairs and approaching people, distracting them and trying to steal their items. Durham police issued a warning after a senior's wallet was stolen in Bowmanville and a man's gold chain was taken in Whitby. It was on Sunday when a senior was doing some shopping at this plaza in Whitby. He was about to leave when he was approached by a stranger. The man was sitting in his car when a woman knocked on the window. She said her mother was dying in the hospital and she had to give away her jewelry so she could get into heaven. She put a necklace around the man's neck, but then took off his gold necklace, which was worth thousands of dollars.
I'm Jennifer Shung.
And I'm Nick Dixon. Jennifer Shung, co-anchor of CP24 Breakfast, recently posted on social media about a similar incident that happened to her father. He was approached by someone asking for directions, who then tried to gift him with the chain.
My dad's refusing, and then he's like, oh, what about a gold necklace? And he starts putting this gold necklace over my dad's neck. And at this point, my dad was like, what is going on? After refusing and finally getting the guy to leave, my dad realizes that the ring that he has on his original necklace fell off into his lap and nothing was around his neck.
We also did a story with Isa Demirovsky 2 years ago when he was robbed of a gold chain in a similar distraction theft.
She put this chain around me and at the same time stole mine. And this is all fake.
Police also issued a warning after a North York senior opened his door to a woman he didn't know. She placed a fake gold chain around his neck and removed the real gold chain he was wearing. Crime Stoppers has a video warning the public about the scam and how quickly thefts can happen. To avoid distraction thefts, avoid showing expensive jewelry. Don't let strangers in your personal space or allow them to touch you. Be cautious of your surroundings and anyone attempting to distract you. Also, be wary of anyone trying to sell you gold at a huge discount. Chances are it's a scam. And last week, a senior was robbed at a grocery store in Bowmanville. Police say 3 suspects worked together to distract her and steal her wallet from her purse and a shopping cart. Always be careful and don't leave your wallet unattended. On your side, I'm Pat Foran.
If you have a consumer story idea, email us at alert@ctv.ca.
All right, a cool night. Yes, I'm wearing the warmer, I guess, winter coat.
You caved.
I'm going to have to do that for one day, and then tomorrow back to like spring gear and sunshine.
I think that's the best thing about spring in Toronto. When you do get those random nice days, I think we enjoy. You're going to see people in shorts. They'll be living it up.
They don't even wait for the 20-degree days.
No.
Like, you know what, 10 degrees, I'll take it. But we are going to see a return to much more seasonal weather. So the winter layers, you can probably ditch those as we head in towards the day tomorrow and really for the at least foreseeable future for the next 7 days. It's been one of those days, too, where if you were outside and you were in one of those moments where the gusts weren't super strong, it wasn't the worst, but it really was a breezy day when those wind gusts were picking up. Beautiful shot of the city from the chopper this afternoon. Some clouds linger throughout the day, but we're seeing a little late day sunshine now, and that will continue as we head into the day tomorrow thanks to high pressure really settling in and making for a beautiful end to the short work and school week for those who are off on Friday. Now, temperature-wise, it's fresh out there, but we're still on the positive side. We're sitting at 5 here in the city. 11 through Windsor. Red Lake actually a little warmer than we are here in the city. They're experiencing some of that warmth that we will eventually see tomorrow. We're still holding on to a northwesterly wind into the day tomorrow, but it's much lighter. Tonight, dropping down to the freezing mark. We should be around 4. Everybody feeling the chill tonight, but you'll be able to kind of shake that as you head into the day tomorrow. Pretty much right on par for seasonal for everybody across southern Ontario. A welcome change after kind of a lousy few days with the forecast. As we see that low pressure move all the way out, that trough behind it, following it, 2 areas of high pressure coming in, clearing things out, making for a beautiful day, although it is short-lived because there is more rain on the way, but at least it's double-digit rain, and hopefully that helps. As we head through the rest of the evening, again, it clears out. That sunset tonight just after 8 p.m. As we head in towards our Thursday, again, sunshine start to finish. If you're maybe taking off a little early for the long weekend, a great travel day. As we head in towards our Friday morning, we see the first wave of showers come through relatively early, a little heavier along that eastern shoreline of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. Owen Sound kind of getting the brunt of it in the morning. As we head into the late morning, we'll get a round of showers, even the risk of some embedded thunderstorms here in the GTA. And then we're holding on to not a bad afternoon, a decent amount of sunshine out there. Scattered showers north and east of the city, but overall, not a terrible end to our Friday. Temperature-wise, we're finally back into the double digits after what has been a chilly few days. We will sit around the seasonal mark start to finish through our Thursday. Again, we're watching for that system to roll in overnight Thursday into your Friday. Not a wash of a day on Friday, but if you are heading out, I know the polls open kind of early, so if you're heading out Friday through the weekend, the forecast is a little bit dicey, but it's not going to stop anybody. And if you're traveling for the holiday weekend, temperature-wise, it's not too bad. Again, the bulk of that rain in the morning on Friday is going to push its way out just in time for the afternoon. Heading into your Saturday, again, some light scattered showers, but Sunday really is the day of the weekend. Very seasonal, lots of sunshine out there. And then as we head in towards Easter Monday, we see another system start to push in. Watching for some showers, but it is April. Very typical forecast as we head through this kind of mid to end point of the month. And looking ahead to Earth Day, if you are recognizing it, spending some time outside, we're looking at a little cloud cover out there, but it pushes out likely into the afternoon. We have a really beautiful day ahead of us. So far over the next 7 days, we stay in the double digits, very seasonal, some rain to contend with, but overall, not bad as we kind of settle in towards that mid and end point of the month. Nathan, I'll send things over to you.
Thank you, Jess.
Thanks.
Also tonight, concerns about new measles cases in Ontario rise as public health officials warn of possible exposures in Toronto, Kingston, and Napanee. A small community near Napanee is the latest to report a case of measles.
As our health reporter Pauline Chan tells us, Ontario has now seen more than 800 cases of the highly contagious virus this year alone.
82 confirmed cases of measles so far this year in the recently created Southeast Health Unit, an area stretching from Prince Edward County up to Bancroft and over to Kingston.
So quite a large geography, over 500,000 population served.
The unit is warning about a possible measles exposure in the latest case in the Tamworth area near Napanee. At Tamworth Elementary School from April 3rd to 10th, at the local post office, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Cineplex Kingston, and Prince Edward County Memorial Hospital. The movie showing during the Cineplex exposure was a Minecraft movie, meaning a lot of children were likely in the theater together for some 2 hours.
That virus is then going to spread and continue to be suspended in that airspace for a certain period of time.
But Dr. Piotr Oglaza says fortunately the measles immunization coverage for children aged 4 to 17 is a strong 97.4% in the area.
Let's say if there was a number of 7, 8-year-olds, a number of individuals attending that theater, that location, that movie would already have 2 doses of vaccine.
Still, they are working to ensure every child is protected. Toronto Public Health is also warning of a potential exposure to a case of measles in a person who visited the city to attend a concert. As of April 4th, 2025, there have been 2 lab-confirmed cases of measles in Toronto in 2025. The concert was at the Coca-Cola Coliseum on the evening of April 1st.
We know that there is possibility for inadvertent exposures in different settings.
In Queen's Park, the opposition urged the government to ramp up vaccination campaigns.
Vaccine misinformation is rampant, and thousands of students are at risk of suspension. We need to urgently provide support to public health units and family doctors to ramp up vaccination campaigns to prevent more outbreaks.
Health Minister Sylvia Jones responded that they are doing so, but accused the opposition of voting against investments in public health units. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
A rally was held outside Queen's Park calling for greater support for home care nurses. Hundreds of people gathered outside the legislature to call for increased funding and wage increases for the 230 nurses who provide home care across the province. Attendees spoke about the wage discrepancy between home care nurses and those who work in hospitals, pointing out home care nurses are the lowest paid in the province.
One of the hottest children's book authors on the planet has gifted thousands of his books to children in Toronto.
And as CTV's Andrea Case reports, Dave Pilkey supporting children's literacy with a book and a song.
Handing out free books to grade 3 students who are inspired to read.
If you take a book, you will start liking it. You get to learn words from the other books, and it can go in your imagination. To learn new words and to sound them out.
Got my sisters, got my bros, got a happy kind of feeling from my head to my toes.
At the Children's Book Bank in Regent Park, students from Dundas Public School received a popular book and were entertained by the cast of the Mirvish production of the Cat Kid Comic Club, the musical, currently on stage at the CAA Theatre. Cat Kid Comic Club is by Dave Pilkey, Pilkey of Captain Underpants and Dogman fame.
We received a wonderful donation from Scholastic and Dave Pilkey. 1,000 books to give away to children, and this is one of the hot commodities of the book bank, is a Dave Pilkey book.
Shelley Nichols is the executive director of Children's Book Bank.
We give away free books to children and their families. We offer programming to families and children.
I got the best book in the world. I like reading about all the books, and in TV, if they're showing something, I want to get and read that. I'm so excited the books.
Pilkey also generously donated another 1,000 copies to Toronto community housing residents. Taking in the performance, Mayor Olivia Chow, who then reminisced about her early love of reading as a child in Hong Kong.
I remember reading, and I couldn't put the book down, and I would go to bed with a blanket over my head, with a flashlight, and reading with a blanket, reading the book. And I read a lot of romantic stories that my mom had and kung fu fighting.
700 people will get to take in the musical for free. Pilkey has also donated the tickets to kids so they can see the show next Monday. From the stage to the page, a creative idea to stir the imagination. Andrea Case, CTV News.
After the break, the home run drought comes to an end for superstar slugger Vladimir Guerrero. Highlights from this afternoon's Jays-Braves matchup just ahead.
Said, I'm going to die. That's what he said. And of course, we're like, no, you're not going to die. You're going to be okay. And we all kind of thought that he would be okay, that he would make it.
Updating our top stories, 2 men are dead after a shooting last night in Riverdale. It happened just after 11 near Withrow Park. Witnesses say they heard a slew of shots and found 2 men, one outside and one inside an SUV that was riddled with bullet holes. Police say they're searching for 2 suspects.
We believe this individual is dangerous, and we are urging the public not to approach him.
Toronto police say they're looking for 23-year-old Ryan Petroff after a hit and run on the campus of Toronto Metropolitan University yesterday. 4 people were injured, 2 hospitalized after a dark green car drove down a pedestrian thoroughfare and struck them. Investigators say they believe that this was a targeted incident, and one of the 4 people struck was the intended target.
the driver's seat of the scene and is cooperating with police.
Was it a medical? Do we know? Yeah.
So everything that led up to this collision is going to be looked at, including medical, including driver error. So once our team that's on scene right now is able to put those pieces together, we'll have a better answer.
A woman is dead. A man is in hospital with serious injuries after a vehicle struck a bus shelter in Pickering this afternoon. It happened around 2:30 on Kingston Road near Brock Road. Police say a car traveling west on Kingston lost control and struck the two people. Both were rushed to hospital. The woman died en route. The driver remained at the scene and police say has been cooperating.
Remember to keep up to date day and night at ctvnewstoronto.ca and by downloading the CTV News app. And if you have a news tip, photos, or video breaking news, let us know.
A new Trump restriction is playing out on the North American markets today. That story tonight from BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez.
Tech stocks took another beating today on news that Washington will now restrict the export of some computer chips to China. NVIDIA stock slumped, with the company saying the restriction adds up to a $5.5 billion write-down for them. Shares were down 6.7% by the end of the day. Shares of Advanced Micro Devices also fell on the news. Here's how the trading day ended. The Canadian dollar ended the day up half a cent to 72.13. West Texas Intermediate is up $1 today to 61.83. Our fix on Western Canadian Select has it down to 51.32. And after a bit of a ride, the TSX ended the day in the green at 24,106. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
The Business Report is brought to you by Canadian Western Bank, the bank built for business.
Raptors president Masai Ujiri held his end-of-season news conference today, and he was asked for his thoughts on the team's rebuild.
Generally, I think the organization, we see some changes coming. The reactions, I think everybody has been incredible from top to bottom, and we're appreciative of this opportunity to rebuild this team and try to go get better and go somewhere.
The Raptors finished their season with a loss to the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday. The record was 30-52, and they missed the playoffs for a third straight season. Now, Toronto does have the 7th best odds to win the NBA's draft lottery, which will be held on May 12th.
The Maple Leafs will take on the Ottawa Senators in the first round of the NHL playoffs.
On the rebound, Matthews flipped it back in front. Lucan had lost track of it for a moment. Here's Matthews back with it. Back in front, they score! Mitch Marner's got his 100th point. And the Leafs have a 2-0 lead.
The Leafs clinched the Atlantic Division title with a 4-0 win over the Buffalo Sabres last night. Mitch Marner notched that 100th point of the season, while Austin Matthews scored his 400th career goal. The Leafs will play their final regular season game tomorrow before taking on Ottawa on Sunday.
And the Blue Jays wrapped up their series with the Atlanta Braves this afternoon.
Guerrero high and deep to left field, and there it is.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit his first home run of the season in the 6th inning, and that gave Toronto a 2-0 lead. They'd end up winning the game 3-1. The Jays have tomorrow off before beginning a series with the Seattle Mariners on Friday.
Just ahead, a mother goose with an audience. Elementary students in Etobicoke are getting a real-life lesson in the wonders of nature. You'll hear from the kids in moments.
Finally tonight, students in Etobicoke are closely monitoring a mother goose, which is settled on their school's property.
The goose is waiting for its eggs to hatch, and students and staff are hoping to support the newborn gosling. CTV's Beth McDonnell has the story.
Since Mother Goose was spotted on the roof at the Elms Junior Middle School in Etobicoke, curiosity and happiness have been increasing.
It makes me feel warm and happy that there's some happy time and warmness inside of the mother and keeping their children safe and making the world grow. Happy and excited.
Scenes like this started about 2 weeks ago. The custodian, along with a few students, first saw the goose, then came the nest. Ever since, classes have been stopping by the second-floor window to see the mama-to-be sitting on her 4 eggs.
It's been a really exciting time. We've been going up and we've been visiting looking out the window, visiting the mama goose, making observations, seeing what she's doing, and looking and just talking about goose and why they're laying eggs right now.
All the questions leading to knowledge about nature and wildlife.
They roll their eggs 4 to 5 times a day, but I think it's to keep the eggs warm. I learned about the mother goose protect their baby for 25 to 32 days.
Excitement is growing for Mother Goose's goslings to hatch. According to the school's calculations, it could be in about 2 weeks. What's going to happen to this nest, to these kids?
They crack the egg, and it'll turn to a little baby.
With time ticking for the goslings' arrival, anticipation is building.
It's amazing. I'm new to this community, and I think it's just a really clever way of bringing nature into the classroom.
The principal is creating a survey so students can guess which day the little ones will hatch, so students can further enjoy this rare chance to see the beginnings of life up close. Beth McDonnell, CTV News.
It's so cute watching the little ones watching the little ones.
Oh my God, I want to follow up on this story to see their faces and what they say when they see them hatch. And honestly, if you're feeling like it was cold today, it's just a sure sign of spring that little goslings are coming.
We get all the little baby animals being born this time of year. It is a sign of spring, and it's going to be nice for the goose and the babies tomorrow as they're getting ready to hatch with a nice sunny day. But we are holding on to the chance of rain as we step into at least the beginning of the long weekend. Right now, though, just some cloud cover, but the high pressure's moving in. The winds are calming down. It's still cool this evening, but comfortable. As we step through the rest of our night, we're sitting right now at 5 degrees here in the city. 11 through Windsor. They're still kind of the hot spot here in southern Ontario. 5 in Ottawa, and we're sitting at 5 through Niagara as well. Making our way into the morning tomorrow, you'll need your sunglasses. You didn't need them today, but you're definitely going to need them tomorrow. And as we step in towards the end of the day tomorrow, it'll be nice.
Thank you so much, Jess. That's it for us, but you can join Omar Sachdini tonight at 11 for CTV National News, followed by Zoraida Allman with your next local newscast at 11:30.
Meantime, our coverage continues on CP24 and at ctvnewstoronto.ca.
For Jessica Smith and the whole team here, thanks for watching.